new Egg White Delight McMuffin is really good.
And it's 260 calories.
Maybe there are other ways we can better ourselves.
5, 6, 7, 8. Don't give up. Push, push. Hey, guys. You coming to Ab Annihilation?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
McDonald's new Egg White Delight McMuffin. 100% egg whites and melted white cheddar on a muffin made with 8 grams of whole grain. The simple joy of a new morning.
Five oceans. Seven continents. Whatever it takes. Wherever it takes us. America's Navy. A global force for good.
Intense game, but that's what makes it all the more fun to play.
Keep working hard and encouraging each other and staying positive.
And it keeps us motivated to keep going and to keep persevering towards the top, because that's what sports is all about.
Yes, 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 yes! Yes! We did it! Yes, we did! See you, bud. Later.
Honey, who was that?
Who, that guy? I don't know.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Five oceans. Seven continents. Whatever it takes. wherever it takes us. America's Navy, a global force for good.
This new Egg White Delight McMuffin is really good.
And it's 260 calories.
Maybe there are other ways we can better ourselves.
5, 6, 7. Don't give up. Push, push.
Hey guys, you coming to Ab Annihilation?
Yeah.
Yay.
McDonald's new Egg White Delight McMuffin. 100% egg whites and melted white cheddar on a muffin made with 8 grams of whole grain. The simple joy of a new morning.
It was an intense game, but that's what makes it all the more fun to play. Just keep working hard and encouraging each other and staying positive.
And it keeps us like motivated to keep going and to keep persevering towards the top, because that's what sports is all about.
welcome back, everybody, for some exciting second half action here at Memorial Stadium in beautiful Napa, California. You're tuned in to CoachesAid.com, home of the Amateur Sports Broadcasting Network and home of the California Developmental Football League. I am Stasha Moida, Brian Nelson with me here in the booth. And, man, Brian, 14-7. What a first half that was.
Yeah, very exciting football from both sides. Marin with their exciting offense and their aggressive defense versus the steady Napa Valley Vipers who held tight on defense and have managed one good drive on offense. We'll see if in the second half they can manage a second one to get this ball game tied up.
Yeah, you know, Napa deferred. They won the kickoff. They won the coin flip. They deferred to receive here in the second half. So that could play crucial right now. If they come in and put 7 on the board, we got a tie ball game, a lot of game left to play.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest problems for them in the beginning was being ready and having communication on offense. With a halftime break, we should see that communication errors significantly diminish.
So here we go, Hal Brownstone. Low line drive kick. Good bounce, scooped up by Darren Jones. Darren coming out, cutting. Here he comes. He is out to the 40-yard line, and what a big run by Darren Jones. Was he pumped up, waiting for that one, or what, Brian?
Yeah, Darren Jones got it on a nice hop there with one bounce from the kickoff from Hal Brownstone. He kicked it nice and hot, nice and low, and got right to the breadbasket. Darren Jones weaved through all the traffic there to manage to get past the 40-yard line, and I believe this is the best field position that Napa Valley has had all ball game.
So if anything, just keep winning that field position battle. So now we're going to see if Gregory Smith can lead his team down once again, try to find the end zone. Keep an eye on Darren Jones down low. You have Zachary Ross Goodwill in the backfield. Hand off to Goodwill. Ross Goodwill, man, he runs with some ferociousness.
Yeah, that is definitely a man out there trying to lower the shoulder, and there is a Marin Pride defender on the field. Looks like number 92, Kenneth Hightower, is down holding his head, perhaps.
That's number 83.
And see
Rich
the
Brillhart.
The Ross Goodwill.
Oh.
Yeah, he smacked his head hard against the turf, and he is not getting up. And that's
we're gonna run that replay again so you guys can keep an eye on 83 and what Ross Goodwill did. So here you go.
So Ross Goodwill goes to the right side. He trucks the defender, and he goes right into the back, perhaps even glancing off the knee of Darren Jones, it looks like. So either a knee to the back of the head or really heading off the back of the turf.
Yeah, it seemed like Zachary Ross Goodwill right there. You know, when he was coming down, it looked like Brillhart really took the brute of that force right to his face mask. And when he hit the ground, he had a little neck snap too, so that was kind of a bang double head.
Yeah,
I mean, he was moving around, so that's a good sign. He's not unconscious or nothing. And he's getting up now. He's sitting up, so that's a good sign. The good training staff around him, coaches, all the players taking a knee.
Yeah, fortunate there in football. Sometimes when you just lower your head, you snap back a little bit too quickly.
Yeah, he's getting off the field under his own power, so great job there.
So it was 82 J.P. Pierce.
JTP, yeah. So I was wrong on the 3, yep.
Hey, you got one number right, I got one number right.
We were close.
Yeah.
But that's a good sign walking off on his own. Just got his bell rung there.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not the C word, concussion.
I was about to say.
As you know, this sport is notorious for that. Just ask Chris Borland.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants no part of that. Semi-pro or pro.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 4. 2 receivers high, 1 down low. Ross Goodwill in the backfield. Oh, yeah, there's moving on the line right there.
Yeah, he's staying in his pose because he knew he flinched a little bit. He was trying to stay like a statue and be like, oh, I didn't do anything. But
that was Ray Williams. So once again, penalties, like we were talking about, you know. They have things going their way, and it's just the offensive line. A lot of false start penalties.
Yeah, not only does the yardage hurt them because they're not a big play offense, but it really kills the momentum of the drive, so they're off rhythm. So it's a little double whammy when you get a penalty like that.
So now 2nd and 8 on the 44. Hand off to Ross Goodwill. He's still on his feet, still fighting, gets out to about the 49-yard line. I was going to say 51-yard line.
Yep.
There's no such thing.
No, we know that firsthand. So
that's a big carry to get back those yards.
Yeah, it looked like there was plenty of defenders in the area to stop him on that run, but he just trucks forward, leans back, and falls for an extra 3 or 4 yards.
I mean, he's a big body back, and he's shown it today.
And
like I said, power versus finesse.
And 3rd and 2, Marin has to think that Ross Goodwill will get the ball again.
And that he does, cuts it right back up. He's stopped, but he's still going. I believe that's going to be good for a first down.
Yeah, his forward progress was stopped right around the 48-yard line, and I think that's good enough for the first down.
And they still can't bring this guy down. They can stop his forward progress, but they're not taking him down to the ground. And
yeah, really showing his toughness out there. And it will be a first down.
Yep, and they're moving the change. Clock stops because the NCAA rules.
So a nice first down pickup for Napa Valley. It would have been terrible for them to go 3 and out at that point to start the half. That would have just killed their momentum that they could have had.
Dropping back to pass. And it's caught by Darren Jones.
And a clear face mask from the defender, number 13, Jure Winters. He put his hand right on his face mask as he was making that tackle, so he'll tack on an extra yardage to that nice completion there from Smith to Jones.
Yeah, you know, you really cannot do that, especially on the other team's sideline, because they're looking for that. The whole sideline started clapping up, face mask, it was right there. And maybe if you're on your side of the field, on your sideline, maybe you get away with 1 or 2.
Yeah. Or if you're like in the middle of the field where there's like not a lot of witnesses, there's there's some bodies in between.
In those dog piles.
Yeah.
Somewhere we don't want to be.
No.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line. That was a crucial penalty by the Pride right there.
Yeah, Brian Nelson, the commenter, does not want to be in the dog pile. Brian Nelson, the football player from Marin, you go for it.
Another pass. Floats this one up for Jones. Jones has his man beat. Oh! Just overthrows him, and there is a flag down on the field.
Yeah,
that's going to be roughing the passer.
Yeah, Fred Jacobs in there with the pass disruption, and that ball was just a little out of the reach for Darren Jones on that pass attempt, but I like that connection between Gregory Smith and Darren Jones. They're just a couple of feet off from each other timing-wise, so you got to think if you take a couple more shots, eventually it might work.
I believe this is going to go against the Vipers. Maybe it was a hold, even though Gregory Smith did take a big shot. But yeah, if Jones, he started cutting into the numbers. If he would have kept his route and floated out to the right, that would have been a touchdown all day long. Yep, and that was a holding penalty, so that backs him up another 10 yards. So you get a big penalty, now the penalty comes back. So now it's going to bring up 1st and 20 on the 39-yard line. Bobbled, still on the ground. Who has it? And the Pride come up with it. Costly fumble there. Smith just tried to hand it off to Ross Goodwill, and they never made the connection.
Yeah, that play was doomed from the beginning. It looked like a little bit of a high snap. No, it wasn't. It was a perfect snap. He just bobbled the ball on the exchange. It was just bad timing from Smith to Ross Goodwill, and that ball bounced around, and it took a favorable bounce for the Marin Pride defense.
You know, a big running back like that, he likes to get hit right in the numbers, and it seemed to kind of was out towards the right arm to where he never really bobbled it up. And with all the red jerseys around him, you know, just enough hands to punch it out.
So is that a reason why you shouldn't have big biceps, so that you can actually get the ball when you get handed the ball there?
So that's a costly turnover there as the Vipers had a chance to tie it up. 12:31 left here in the third quarter. Pride running that option. Early has the ball now, and he is trucking along. Using those high knees, gets out down to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, Early looks like a nice running back. A little bit of a throwback with the big shoulder pads, running a little upright, and he gets the ball on this replay, and he high steps past the defenders for a nice gain on first down of 6 yards.
You know, with the high knee running style and the high shoulder pads, kind of reminds me a little bit of Roger Craig.
Yeah, Bay Area flavor.
Yeah, the great 49er running back from the 80s. Second down. Looking to pass, rolling around. Oh, good block. Russell's going to take it himself. He gets the first down and a couple extra yards there.
Yeah, good escapability by Ryan Russell on that play. Again, he had pressure off the backside, as you see on this replay. He steps up, and his blockers make a huge block to free him up to scramble for the first down. So back-to-back plays of positive yards gets them their first down of the second half.
That was Joe Strickland, number 73, the big right tackle, coming in and just making that big block to free up his quarterback. And, you know, in the huddle, give him a little helmet tap there saying, thank you for protecting me right there. You got to buy that kid a steak dinner.
I was about to say, you better buy him dinner for that.
So once again, Russell moving the pocket, keeps his eyes downfield, throws it, has a receiver, and it goes off the arm of Trey Henderson.
Yeah, good accurate pass, though, with the pass rush of Ryan Russell, as you will see on this replay. He gets his snap from under center. He rolls out to his left, looks downfield, and just out of the reach of the Marin receiver. It looked like Henderson could have potentially made a spectacular one-handed grab, but it's kind of understandable that he didn't make a one-handed grab. That's easier said than done.
Yeah, so now second down and 10 on the 44-yard line. Hall in motion, sweep to Hall. Hall cuts it back. He's still on his feet. It looks like he was dragged down by his own guy there.
Yeah, but a good sweep play by Hall, and I think that that halftime break is a potential weakness for either of these defenses on the sweep play. You become so disciplined within the flow of the defense, as you see there, Hall picking up 9 yards on that replay. But with that break, you kind of get out of the rhythm of the game. So it's important for these defenses to realize that the sweep play is an option for both sides.
Yeah, that was David Avila with the tackle there. So 3rd and 2, high snap. Russell's going to take it himself. He has the first down. He's still on his feet, and he is dragged down, and that is going to be a big face-backs call right there.
Yeah, you saw his head jerk forward at the end of that run, as you'll see on this replay right here, that Ryan Russell, another example of his impromptu skills, because that play broke down a little bit, and he rushed right up the middle, and you'll see clear as day that face mask dragging him down to the turf. So we'll tack on an extra 15, potentially half the distance to the goal if it's in between the 30s.
Yeah, Cesar Cho with the face mask, the good stand out because he's wearing the gold pants. So now it's 1st and 10 on the 12-yard line. Once again, Viper's been very good in the red zone on defense. Give it to Early. And Early stopped at the line, but he keeps on trucking and gets a couple extra yards.
Yeah, Early lowered the shoulder, powered the defender into the ground for a couple extra yards instead of a stop for no gain. Probably got maybe a yard. Nope, he got no gain.
Hey, he must have been stopped behind the line there.
Yeah. Probably his knee went down before his upper part of his body moved forward for that first down rush.
So 2nd and 10 now. Looking to pass, gets it out quickly. Oh! And that is a touchdown for the Marin Pride. I thought that was picked.
Yeah, that was the riskiest pass I have seen in a while. What a pass connection from Russell to Andre Hall. You'll see right here on this slant pattern. That safety saw it all the way. Fooled our cameraman too. We thought that was an interception by Kevin Robledo, but it was just out of his fingertips, and Andre Hall's right there. That was a dangerous play by Ryan Russell.
Oh, Robledo. I mean, I thought it went right through his hands, right through the 5-hole, right there between his arms, I mean.
So a little extra grease there from Ryan Russell to power that into that slant pass for the touchdown.
That's the Pride's first red zone touchdown of the ball game. Now let's see if Brownstone can kick this one through the uprights and make it 21-7. And it is good. So 21-7 now, Marin Pride. That costly turnover really hurt the Vipers there, as it seemed they had everything working for them. I mean, they almost came up with a big play right there in the red zone once again, but man, Ryan Russell showing he wants to win this game.
Yeah, he put a little extra grease on there to fit that ball in there past the safety, Kevin Robledo. Andre Hall was open for a while, and he threw it to him a little bit late. So Marin very lucky to come out of that possession with 7 points. But, hey, that's football. It's a game of inches, folks. And just as it could have been 14-7 with the Vipers having the ball at the 20-yard line, the Pride now have a 14-point lead.
Yeah, the Vipers have been trailing all game long. 9:32 left here in the third quarter. This next possession for the Vipers is going to be crucial. They have to put points on the board right now. You don't want to wait to get in the fourth quarter. Not with the way this Marin offense has been coming up big plays.
Yeah, and Darren Jones on this kick return, we saw him have big play potential on offense and on the kick return game. So look for Darren Jones to receive this ball to maybe make a little impact on special teams.
Yeah, if I'm Brownstone here, I'm kicking it away from Jones. I'm going to try to go after Salvador after Jones had a big return already. Salvador, no slouch himself. He has some pretty good wheels.
Yeah, good athlete, one of the captains for Napa Valley.
High kick. Pretty decent kick. Jones to field it. Gets it at the 19. Brings it out. And he brings it out to about the 36-yard line. So, very good return.
Yeah, very solid, very safe return there by Darren Jones. Didn't try to make any cuts. He's not trying to do anything fancy to break a huge play. Just keep the possession, and you have good field position with that short kick at the 37-yard line.
And now you just cannot turn the ball over. That turnover played huge right there. You had a chance to tie the game on the opening drive of the second half. Then all of a sudden you put up 6 the other way, 7 the other way.
Yeah, and miscommunication again from Napa Valley on that handoff, and that's been a key role in the score of this game being 21-7. Let's see if Gregory Smith can fix those errors on offense.
Pass over the middle is complete. Good throw by Gregory Smith right there for a gain of about 8. And the catch was by number 85, Kyle Rayner Harris, the tight end.
Yeah, all fluorescent you'll see on this replay. He passes it over the middle to the big tight end for a good first down chunky yardage. It's 2nd and 2 now with 9 minutes approaching left in this third quarter.
Ball on the 45-yard line now. Hand off to Ross Goodwill. He stopped at the line but still falls just short of the first down. Let's see where they spot. Viper sideline saying it is a first down.
I think they'll be a little bit short there, Stosh.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be 3rd and inches.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 3rd and inches. But, hey, when you got Zachary Ross Goodwill, that big back, all he has to do is fall forward for a little bit to gain a couple inches. But
you know, they're going to try to crowd the box here because that's what the defense is expecting. Maybe hit a play action here and get a big play down the field and score quickly. Keep an eye on Darren Jones if that happens.
And Ross Goodwill's not actually on the field for this 3rd and inches play.
You know, he's beat Jerry Winters a couple of different times today. It's going to be quarterback keeper, and he pushes the pile forward. That's good for a first down. So smart play call there by the offensive coordinator, Michael Aliff.
Yeah, that was a good play by Napa Valley. With the running back going one direction and the quarterback going the other, the defense really has to pick a side and make a split decision. And Napa Valley, that split decision, that moment in time where you have to make one, you're able to get that inch that you need.
So 1st and 10 on the 49-yard line now. Has time, under pressure, throws it, and that's complete for a gain of about 6.
Boy, I tell you, running back Dion Ingram just saved Gregory Smith's backside on this blitz. As you'll see on this replay, he picked up that middle linebacker, Fred Jacobs, who's been pressuring him all game long, and he dumped it off to a safety valve, the tight end, for that 6-yard gain. So great play by Dion Ingram, picking up his quarterback.
Yeah, Kyle Rayner Harris didn't call his name too much in the first half, but now 2 big catches on this drive, 2nd and 4 on the 45.
Yeah, having multiple options on offense is always beneficial.
Pass once again, floating it down to Jones. He has some room, and oh!
I'm telling you, they're getting closer and closer to a big play. That one just out of the fingertips of Darren Jones on that big play attempt on 2nd and 4. As you'll see on this replay, Gregory Smith surveys the defense. He gets a good pocket of protection, steps up, floats it out there, and just out of the fingertips of Darren Jones.
Yeah, he has a lot of room down there to work the safety. He beat the safety, he beat the corner. Just a little underthrown there.
Yeah, they're giving him the sideline on multiple deep balls, so be aware of that.
3rd and 4, pushing the pile. And that was Dion Ingram with the carry.
And Kyle Rayner-Harris doing it with the blocking because he is a big tight end, not just a receiving tight end. He cleared his defender to get Dion Ingram that space in order to pick up what looks like a first down.
Yeah, that was Bailey Gardner, the center. A little slow to get up after that last play. And that was a first down, so that will stop the clock and as they move the chains.
So a good, impressive drive here by Napa Valley, which is very crucial to get into this ball game. For the most part, they've been down only 1 possession, but being down 2, they need to kick things into high gear.
Hand off to Ingram again. He has a block on the outside, runs over number 13, Jerry Winters, the corner.
Yeah, their run blocking schemes have seemed to work very well on this drive, as you'll see on this replay. Kyle Rayner-Harris wipes out his defender, and Dion Ingram is able to make a good play one-on-one, trucking his defender to go forward for an extra couple yards.
So now 2nd and 5 on the 36. Making sure they have enough people. It looked like Fernando Bravo was heading out. He goes, oh, wait, not enough guys on the line. Smith dropping back to pass, a little out route. Oh, that could have been dangerous there, but Mike Ortega just enough to get a hand on it smartly and just knocks it down. That would have been a pick.
Yeah, that was very dangerous. He underthrew or threw it to the back shoulder of the cutting wide receiver that was going out into the flat, and that had pick 6 written all over it. So they dodged a bullet on that throw. So 3rd and 5 now. This is very crucial to get this momentum going. They're in no man's land where you're out of field goal range realistically, so you got to pick this one up.
Pass over the middle. Rayner-Harris once again coming up with a big catch. And he's dropped back, so we're going to see where they spot. His forward progress looked like it was close to the first down. Yeah. So here's a replay for you. Let's see where they're going to spot this as well.
Rayner-Harris getting dragged down by the defender, J.P. Pierce, which is great to see him back in this ball game after being banged up there by Zachary Ross Goodwill on that run, hitting his head on the turf. But it looks like they're going to be 2 yards short, so it'll be a 4th and 2. And because they're in no man's land, it looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, at this point of the ball game, 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter, down by 2 scores. You have to pick up this right now. This drive cannot stall at this location. They have to find the end zone. Floats it down the sideline. Oh, and good defense there by number 13, Jerry Winters. And it looked like Robledo was looking for a pass interference call. It looked like he touched him a little early.
That's what I saw, and you can judge for yourself on this replay, folks. But you'll see Gregory Smith drop back to pass, look to his right side, step up. It looks like Jerry Winters grabs him with his right hand before he swats with his left, but the referees didn't catch that. So a lucky break for Marin on that defensive possession.
You know, Gregory Smith was so keen in on trying to find the receiver down the field, but he had Ray Williams, a tight end, right in the middle of the field. That would have been good for a first down. Nobody was around him. His hands were wide. Look at me, look at me. Just missed him, keyed in there.
Yeah, if you didn't see his hands, you can look at his neon socks, folks.
So now the pressure's on the defense once again, and they have to come up with a big play right now.
Yeah, if this becomes a 21-point ball game, it's going to be very, very hard for the Napa Valley Vipers to get back into this.
So with that timeout called by Marin, it's 21-7 Marin. They have the ball. We're going to go to commercial break. Thanks for staying tuned in to CoachesAid.com, and we'll be back with the action after this. 10 on the 33-yard line. Pride with the ball now. Little jet sweep out to the right side, trying to get through, but he's swallowed up right at the line. Good job by Dion Ingram by setting the corner right there.
Yeah, Dion Ingram and Scott Primo both set a good edge on that defense, as you'll see on this replay. The sweep goes nowhere because Primo really drove his guy back into the backfield, and the Marin offensive player, D'Amico Dones, had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, D'Amico Dones does have a 61-yard touchdown that happened in the first corner, so we know he has some elusiveness and some speed. So 2nd and 11. Trying to kill some clock now, it looks like. Fakes the handoff. Russell keeps it himself. He has some room. He threw the secondary, and that's going to be good for a first down.
And what a beautiful fake handoff by Ryan Russell. That was the best fake handoff we've seen all afternoon, as you'll see right here. It fooled me. I thought he definitely gave that ball to the running back, but he pulls it out very quickly, and he rushes up the field. Looks like he got enough for a first down.
Yeah, Russell, you know what? Not only is he beating him with his arm right now, he's beating him with his legs, picking up these tough first downs and just keeps extending it. You know, the Vipers doing a good job blocking everybody who should be having the ball at the time, but Russell just keeping it himself, showing why he had that 91-yard game in week 1.
Yeah, the quarterback running is really what the defense really can't account for, because you expect him to throw it every possession, and you have to, otherwise you'll get beat.
Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and he is sacked behind the line. Num, 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 num.
That's Daniel Dolan and Leo Perez on the double blitz off the right side. They were definitely a run blitz to stop a potential jet sweep, but they didn't hand it off, and that was a perfect play call by the defensive coordinator for Napa Valley, Ivan Versich.
So now backs him up 2nd and 15. That's a big play that might get this Viper defense going again. And they were not being fooled a second time.
So that's a huge play by this defense. We haven't seen a lot of good defensive possessions outside of the red zone, so that big sack really puts them back into an unfavorable position on 2nd down.
And a lot of field to work with, though. You know, you can't really over pursue because we already seen a long touchdown throw, that 38-yarder back in the first quarter to Henderson. Little bubble screen. Brian Nelson with the ball, trying to go up the sideline. And he is brought out of bounds, it looks like, at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, good play by Josue Alvarado and D'Amico Dones blocking for Brian Nelson on this replay right here. You'll see him swivel back, and the 2 defenders that were in his area get blocked very well by Marin. And he's able to pick up a good 9 yards.
Yeah, it brings up that 3rd and 6. Closing on a 2-minute mark in the third quarter. Ball on the 48-yard line. And if there's a play that'll make or break the game right now, this will be it. If they can force a 4th and 6, make them punt.
Yeah, the Vipers will be rolling.
And the sideline knows it, too. They're getting loud down there, trying to root on their teammates. They're going for the jet sweep. Oh, misses the tackle. Bounces him outside, though. Oh, yeah, and he's hit hard.
And it looks like they'll get an illegal block in the back that they'll probably decline, because that was a great play, as you'll see on this replay. The sweep to Dones, and a good edge set there by Scott Primo, and he is upended by Kevin Robledo, the safety. And the guy that was blocked in the back for Napa Valley is still on the field.
Yeah, that was Nelson Salvador, their strong safety, the captain of this team. And he got blocked in the back and kind of looked like his leg cramped up. One of his teammates was there stretching it out. It looked like a little bit of hamstring. He's okay. He's up now.
But it looks like a loss of about 5
now,
on that jet sweep.
This is where it comes down to, because a block in the back, 10-yard penalty. Do you give him another shot, 3rd down and long, or you decline it?
Oh, yeah, you decline it. with the big play capability of Marin, I don't care if they're the 4th and 16. They scored their 38-yard touchdown on 1st and 25. So
True.
Their big play capability, I wouldn't give them any more chances than they already have.
So
but
3rd down.
But I'm wrong, apparently.
Yeah,
and they're
that's what I was
thinking
saying.
like you do.
You take that loss and you lose the loss down, so it'll be 4th and long. Now it's a 3rd and 21.
So that's very risky. If they get a good chunk of yardage, they'll probably go for it on fourth down like they have all afternoon. So I don't see why you give them 2 shots at an opportunity to get a first down when you already have them at 4th and 11.
Russell moving out to the right, looking for the deep ball. It's not there. Moving back to his left. And he's still on his feet. And he's going to go out of bounds. A good tackle there by Kevin Robledo. But this is bad, folks. It looked like Scott Primo, right in the middle of the field, just drops, and he's still on the ground.
And you see this replay of the last play, though, by Ryan Russell, looking for that deep pass. Nothing there. Good block there by Josue Alvarado. Breaks a tackle and is able to get out of bounds at the 45-yard line, so it'll be 4th and 10. But there is a Napa Valley defender still on the field. He was holding his leg, which is never good.
Yeah, Scott Primo, he actually went down Russell when he was going to the high side. He started coming back, and it looked like when Primo went to make that cut, he just dropped right on the ground. Nobody was around him, so when nobody's around you, you get dropped. You know that's never good, and hopefully he's okay. He's down in pain, though.
Yeah, the trainer looked like she's working on either the knee or the foot of Scott Primo, who's done a very good job in this third quarter of setting the edge.
Oh, she's around the Achilles right now.
Yeah, that's never good, and especially a non-contact injury. If he was just trying to change directions, an Achilles injury is a very likely injury that could occur because those things pop. With
yeah,
when you cut a wrong way, your Achilles does not like that.
He's up. He's going to be helped off the field, and yeah, he's really favoring that left ankle, really slow.
But he's at least walking on it, which is a okay sign that it's not ruptured. Perhaps it's just strained, but you never want to see a serious injury like that.
Yeah, he's walking off very slowly, very gingerly on that ankle.
But he's
still walking off under his own
exactly.
power. A little help, but still under his own power.
And he took his arm off the shoulder of the person who was helping him, so he's predominantly walking under his own power, which is a pretty good sign. But he did a great job in the third quarter of setting the edge against those jet sweeps that we've seen from Marin all afternoon. So big loss for Napa.
So now we're under a minute left to play in the third quarter.
And it's a punt.
Yeah, 4th and 10. Brownstone. Back to punt.
So in the end, they actually gain a yard by accepting that penalty because if they had declined it, it would have been 4th and 11 based off the result of the play.
Oh, almost blocked. It's a decent punt. Oh, he touched it. It's on the ground. Who has it? Dog pile coming in. And it's Marin ball.
That's a huge swing in momentum. Like you said, Stosh, Napa Valley almost got that block. You'll see the replay right now. That Napa Valley's punt almost gets blocked, and Napa Valley's returner starts running before he has the ball, glances off of his chest, and it is Marin ball. Huge momentum swing.
And, you know, you were talking about early in the game, you know, if the punt's on the ground, just kill it, you know, let it go. We're right there. DeMario Austin, he tried to, you know, get a little speed, pick it up on the bounce so he can really shoot through the gap and try to make a big play. But instead, after a great defensive stop by the Vipers, it gives a prime field position.
And that was their first punt attempt of the afternoon. Like you said, Stosh, in the first half, the Marin offense got into the red zone all 5 possessions that they had the ball. This was the first time they stopped them in their own territory, and they can't capitalize that and get the ball back on offense.
Oh, fresh set of downs. Let's see if they wind it all the way down. Last play of the third quarter. Russell's going to take it himself. He takes a good lick there from Nelson Salvador. So that is the end of the third quarter. Marin's leading 21-7 with the ball in Viper territory, and they're knocking on the door for another touchdown. We're going to take a commercial break between the quarters. Be back with the fourth quarter after this. fourth quarter now, 2nd and 9. Pride had the ball on the 27-yard line. They're going to hand it off. He's got a good running room. One man to beat, cuts it inside. 3 white jerseys all over him. Now, ball's on the ground. And who comes up with it? And the Vipers get the ball back. And that's exactly what Napa needed right there.
When you need a turnover, somehow you got to find it, and you'll get this right on this replay with Marin. Tyrone Rory getting his first ball-carrying opportunity of the afternoon in the fourth quarter. Rory cuts it to the left side. He bounces off the safety, but Nelson Saldivar with the huge strip of the ball, and that's what you need from your team captain, a huge turnover for Napa Valley.
Yeah, if you're Tyrone Rory right there, you have the first down, go down. You do not want that to happen, especially you're knocking on the door. You want to kill some time. So now the Vipers pinned back deep in their own territory. With 14:49 left on the game clock, they're going to go to the hurry up. Hand off to Ross Goodwill. And that's a gain of maybe 1, or it just gets back to the line. And at this point in the ballgame, you're down 2 scores. You have to open up the playbook a little more. Start looking for those home run throws, as Gregory Smith has been trying to do. Darren Jones has been getting open past the secondary. Jones and Smith have not been able to make that big connection yet, but I have a feeling something's brewing in the Viper territory right now.
They are just getting closer and closer. They're just inches away. If they can somehow connect for a huge play, the Vipers will be right back in this game.
So 1 running back shotgun. Avoids the pressure over the middle, and it's caught by Brett Kramer. His first catch of the day.
That's a big boy reception in the middle of the defense with the safety looming. You'll see on this replay right here about to come up as Smith is going to drop back for the pass, and he's going to look to his left for Brett Kramer, who's streaking across the middle. Nice job of evading the defender by quarterback Gregory Smith. Marin had 7 on the line, and they pressured him like they have all afternoon.
He threw that ball perfectly to Kramer. It was right in the pocket, allows him to go down. He doesn't take the big hit. Looking for another deep ball, floats this one down. Jones is there. Jones up, man. Oh, almost makes the catch, but it was disrupted by who else? Jerry Winters.
I don't know how possibly that connection can get any closer. You'll see on this replay as Smith drops back, he actually hits Jones in the hands for the first time on the deep play, and he's just not able to get the connection as once again Jerry Winters is just pressuring Darren Jones to get that excellent pass deflection.
Man, that was probably the biggest play Winters made all game long, because if they get that, man, they're definitely rolling out. 2nd and 10 on their own 25, 13:35 left in the game. Dropping back, avoids the pressure. Oh, and he's tripped up at the line. Ball comes out. And they are going to say he's down, so.
That was an excellent shoestring tackle by Najee Pearson, the defensive end, who had a sack in the first game of the season for Marin, as you'll see on this replay. As Gregory Smith drops back, he looks like he has a perfect lane, but Najee Pearson just sticks a paw up, grabs him by the foot, and that's it for that possession, and now it's 3rd and 12 for this struggling offense to get a big play.
Yeah, if Smith, he doesn't get tripped up right there, I think that's a good 20-yard gain at least.
Yeah, I thought that was at least good for a first down, if not more.
So 3rd and 12, dropping back to pass, cutting through, looking, floats this one out, and it's caught once again. Great grab by Brett Kramer. He was upended by number 12, Jason Rodas.
And what you can say, as you'll see on this replay, is that Smith is using more of his receivers. Brett Kramer with 2 catches on this drive. The tight end Kyle Rayner Harris has come up in the 3rd quarter. So it's not just Darren Jones and Zachary Ross Goodwill. That has to put pressure on Marin to guard everybody on every offensive possession.
So now 1st and 10 on the 36. Hand off to Ross Goodwill, staying on his feet. And good job there by just keep diving forward. Looks like he gets out to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, excellent awareness of where you are on the field. He was wrapped up by Owen Snell for only a gain of 2 yards, but he managed to spin out of the tackle and dive backward for a gain of 5.
Yeah, so now 2nd and 5 on the 41. .12 minutes left in the game now. Oh, tipped up. And Winters right there could have had himself probably a game-clinching interception and went off the hands of Gabe Brewer. He was wide open, just let it slip through.
As you'll see on this replay, he had no one around him. It just bounces off his fingertips. So Gabe Brewer not able to corral that slant in. That would have been good for a first down, it looked like.
Now it's 3rd and 5 on the 41-yard line, so they have 2 more chances. You know they're going to keep going for it. Looks like the blitz is coming here. Evades the pressure, flips it out. Caught once again by who else? Brett Kramer, and he's out of bounds to stop the clock.
So Brett Kramer coming up huge on this crucial drive to get the Vipers into single digits on their point deficit. As you'll see on this replay, Kramer gets the ball after Smith steps up. Nice play with good coverage by Marin. Just better offensive possession by Napa.
I mean, great job. Gregory Smith is under pressure. He's whirling around the pocket, and he's making money throws right now.
Yeah, he is not fazed by the pressure that these 7-man fronts, they're all coming at him, it seems, 5 or 6 guys at a time.
A little bit low on the ground, picks it up, still on the ground. He falls on it.
But did he keep possession?
Oh, and it's Marin ball.
Yeah, number 88 comes up with the ball.
Patrick Newman.
So huge play you'll see on this replay. Great pressure. As I said, they bring 6 men on this possession, on this play, and he is crushed by Newman for the sack, and he is able to gather the ball in the pile, and it is Marin ball, and
wow,
that's a huge momentum killer.
You know, just a low snap from the center there. Gregory Smith did all he could with all those red jerseys around him.
And really a good defensive scheme by Marin. They put 7 on the line, and they drop 1 or 2 back. So it's a really difficult job for Napa, who only has 5 offensive linemen and maybe a tight end to block 7 people and to get their assignments all straight for every play. So good pressure by Marin.
Looking back now, floats this one up down. He has a receiver wide open. Oh, and he just drops the ball. That was Josue Lopez, and you know what? If he catches that, I think he might have went to the house.
Yeah, he got a little attacked by the turf monster because he had no one around him, as you'll see on this replay. Ryan Russell drops back, looks to his right side, no one around him, and he just drops the ball. It fit perfectly in that zone coverage. I don't even know if it was zone coverage. It could have been man-to-man. He just blew by his corner, but either way, he had a space to catch the ball and do something with it, but he just was not able to corral that ball in there.
Yeah, Josue Lopez just burned DeMario Austin off the line. That's what happened. He had about 5-yard space there and just happened to drop the ball. But the good thing for the Vipers is the clock stopped. So Russell looking to throw down the field, looking for that home run bomb. And great defense there by number 2, Damian Fisher.
Yeah, that was a perfect pass. If the defender didn't make a perfect play, as you'll see on this replay, Ryan Russell drops back, throws it deep down the field. Great positioning by the corner to smack the ball out of the air before it would have landed nicely into the hands of Trey Henderson for his 2nd touchdown, but better to play by the Viper corner.
You know, very interesting play call there. You get the ball back with now 11 minutes left on the clock. There's about 11:30 when they had it. And they take 2 shots down the field, now 3rd and 10. You'd think they would want to run, try to milk this clock down a little bit, but they're going for the dagger right now, looking for that big play.
Marin, their middle name should be aggressive, the Marin Aggressive Pride, because they are aggressive on both sides of the ball.
And there it is, Brian Nelson trying to get to the outside. White jerseys trying to wrap him up. He's still on his feet, and he gets down to about the 36th, 35-yard line.
Yeah, and you'll see on this replay, Brian Nelson really thinks he's playing a video game because he likes to cut all around the field. As you'll see, he gets balled up to the left side of the field, cuts back to the middle. He's able to get positive yards, but, boy, his body takes some punishment because he likes to cut back and into the teeth of some defenses.
Now the defense needs to make this stop right here. 4th and 5, under 10.5 minutes to play.
And the corners need to come up big. We saw the big play by Damian Fisher. They need to protect from the deep ball and get a stop here on 4th down.
Dropping back to pass, over, and it's caught. And he has some room to work here. One defender to be still in bounds, finally knocked out about the 7-8 yard line. And who else but big number 34, P.J. Harris.
Yeah, you'll see on this replay, Ryan Russell gets it to his safety outlet, P.J. Harris, who's come up huge in the first half. First time we called him in the second half, and it couldn't be at a bigger time. On 4th and 5, getting it to your tight end, who's shown nice hands this afternoon, and he picks up a huge 4th down.
Man, Vipers just... P.J. Harris has just been killing him all game long on those little short situations.
Yeah, you don't expect him, a guy his size, to be as athletic and have as good as hands as he does.
So now 1st and 10 on the 14.
Like, he's standing next to the left tackle, and I got to tell you, he's not much smaller than the left tackle.
Russell rolling out to his left. Floats it up, looking for somebody over there, but smartly throws it away.
Yeah, a little miscommunication. P.J. Harris actually was open. He overthrew P.J. Harris, which makes me believe that Trey Henderson was his potential target in the back corner of the end zone.
Yeah, Andre Hall also over there. So, smartly, under pressure, just kind of lob it up there. Maybe tries to cut that one up to keep the clock moving, because the clock is their best friend right now. 2nd and 10.
And we see Daniel Early joining Russell in the backfield. Look to maybe see a run play, like Stosh is alluding to wind down the clock.
It's a handoff to Brian Nelson. He stopped back behind the line.
Yeah, that high snap really disrupted the timing of the play. The handoff got there in time, but really Nelson couldn't do anything with that handoff, and he is shut down for no gain, possibly a loss. Yeah, a loss of 3 on that sweep play, so it's going to be 3rd and long once again for the Marin Pride offense. So not content with the 21-7 lead they have. They're trying to punch it in one more time. Trying to get to pay dirt.
Oh, he takes a big lick there, but the pass is caught by Brian Nelson. He puts on the brakes. He's stopped. I believe that's going to be short of the 1st down.
Yeah, but great cut move by Brian Nelson to pick up 4 or 5 extra yards, as you'll see on this replay, with Ryan Russell dropping back, looking to his right side. Nelson's wide open, makes a nice cut to elude the defender, number 51 for the Vipers, Miguel Figueroa, the linebacker. And with a wide receiver on a linebacker, you expect the speed to go to the favor of the wide receiver. And now it is 4th and short, so 4th and 3. With less than 8 minutes.
And that is another costly penalty. Daniel Dolan just ran right through the line.
Yeah, a little taste of your own medicine, Napa. You hard counted Marin on defense a couple of different times to get big 1st downs, and Marin pulled that trick right out of their hats.
And that's going to set up a 1st down and goal.
So good heads-up play call there by the Marin coaching staff. Realizing that it's 4th down, the defense is going to be a lot of pressure on them to make the play. Last thing they're thinking about is a hard count to make them jump off sides.
So under 8 minutes left to play here at beautiful Memorial Stadium in Napa, California. You're tuned in to CoachesA.com, home of the Amateur Sports Broadcasting Network. The Marin Pride looking to put the dagger in the Vipers' hearts with one touchdown here, and that could pretty much seal the game. Hands it off to Early, and Early is stopped short of the touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like his knee touched down before he got into the end zone. But good double fake there, as you'll see on this replay. Ryan Russell fakes it to Nelson on the sweep, and he's going to hand it to Early. And Early is going to be taken down right there, short of the goal line. Tried to brace his hand down to potentially reach the ball across the goal line to get that touchdown, but his knee touched down first.
So now 2nd and goal on the 1-yard line. Don't be surprised to see a quarterback keeper from Ryan Russell, as he's been using his wheels to make big plays all game long. Looking for slant route. Oh, great defense there.
Yeah, I thought that was a little unwise of the quarterback Ryan Russell to go to that slant pattern when P.J. Harris looked like he was wide open. As you'll see on this replay, Ryan Russell, look at number 34 at the top of your screen, wide open because number 47, Nelson Saldivar, he let him go, and he was open in the back corner of the end zone, but he decided to go with the slant prematurely.
So now 3rd and goal. Russell rolling out to his right, and he has stopped fighting for it, and he stopped short. Big stop out of bounds, and great job by the Napa defense.
Yeah, great job by Napa's defense, and maybe not the best running vision by Russell, as you'll see here on this replay. Maybe could have cut it upfield to potentially get closer. I don't think the outside route of the receiver was the best way because you give the defenders even more time to try and track you down. Really, the best way to go somewhere is in a straight line.
So we have a timeout on the field, 4th and goal. It's called by last timeout called by the Marin Pride, 21-7 Pride. We're gonna go to commercial break. Be back at the action after this.
It was an intense game, but that's what makes it all the more fun to play.
Keep working hard and encouraging each other and staying positive. And it keeps us motivated to keep going and to keep persevering towards the top because that's what sports is all about.
Yes, 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 yes! We did it! Yes, we did! Yeah, see you, bud. Later.
Honey, who was that?
Who, that guy? I don't know.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
And we're back as the Pride coming back out on the field now. 4th and goal on the 1-yard line. Let's see if they set up maybe a pro formation, just try to punch it in here. Be interesting to see what the play call is going to be. The Vipers could come up on the stop here. There's still hope left.
Yeah, there's 6:33 left in the 4th quarter. If they can manage to stop to keep it in 2 possessions, it's doable. So huge play right now.
Smith, quarterback keeper. And he is in the end zone for a touchdown.
Not the most graceful of landings there by Ryan Russell, but as you saw and you will see on this replay, Ryan Russell does an excellent job of going to his right, keeping his footing as he stumbles toward the end zone and dives to the pylon for his first rushing touchdown of the game. So Russell having an excellent game. He's had 3 passing touchdowns and now his 4th total touchdown.
2 passing touchdowns.
2 passing touchdowns, excuse me. So just like the first game of the season for Marin, he has 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing. And really he is the focal point of the offense for Marin Pride, and he's been very impressive today.
Definitely in the running for Coach's Aid leader of the game. Really putting together a nice performance today. A good bounce-back game after that loss to the Solano Hornets last week. Really, she came in today, like we said, they didn't want to go 0-3. Right now, they're in the driver's seat to become 1-2 and knock Napa down to 1-2 as well.
Some discussion there from the kicker to the referee, Hal Brownstone, who's missed a couple of 43-yard field goals, which could have put them up by 3 possessions early in this ball game, but that never ended up hurting the Pride in any sort of meaningful way.
Snap, up, kick, good.
Can I just point out that his holder has the best name I've ever heard of in Casanova Tiger? And the irony of having a tiger on a team that's named the Pride, because a Pride is a pack of lions.
Oh, Brian, you and your puns.
Yeah, I know. I had to get one in there somehow, and it took till 6 minutes, 27 seconds left in the 4th quarter for me to get one in there, but proud of myself.
Yeah, so now it's 28-7 in favor of the Marin Pride, and man, they've stepped up big. But Napa, the score really doesn't show how close this game has actually been through the whole duration. Just a couple costly turnovers, costly penalties. Just, it's still early in the season. That's something you can go to practice, you can work on. And the more games you play, the more accustomed you get with the guy next to you. And by the end of the season, I'm sure this Viper team, it is a force to reckon with.
Yeah, their offensive woes really aren't a product of talent. It's rather a result of them being not on the same page all the time. There's just miscommunications too many times, and that just gets smoothed out with practice and repetition. So their problems aren't the type of problems that you can't overcome, like a lack of talent or problems in the locker room or things of that nature.
So here we go, Brownstone out to kick once again. Hey, the Vipers can get a comeback here. Still a ball game.
So Darren Jones, Gabe Brewer trying to create a spark there for the Vipers.
A little bit of a low kick. Takes a weird hop. Picked up. Coming out now. Has one cut. And he's finally stopped at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that was David Avila instead of Gabe Brewer. So you'll see on this replay. On the kickoff by Hal Brownstone, he gets it away from Darren Jones, who's had all the kickoff returns for Napa Valley to this point. Avila gets the ball towards the right side of the field, makes a nice cut as he does right there up the middle to gain positive yards, and they're on the 37-yard line. So good field position to start out this crucial drive.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Vipers once again open up their playbook, take a couple shots downfield here. You need a big play. You got to score quickly.
Yeah, they have 4 wide receivers for the first time.
And they are taking a shot. It's a good ball. Jones finally catches one deep in Pride territory.
So hopefully not too little too late, but finally the connection from Smith to Jones, as you'll see on this replay. It's just a simple streaks pattern where 4 wide receivers go straight in a line, and Smith throws it up there. 2 receivers in the area, and I think actually Mike Ortega might have tipped it into the hands of Darren Jones there to help out his teammate, and a huge play for the Vipers offense.
Man, that was the best throw I saw Gregory Smith throw all day long. Beautiful spiral as he's rolling around now. Looking for Jones once again. This one's bounced to him, incomplete, stops the clock with 6:04 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, just short-armed it. It looked like he was aiming rather than throwing, and hey, if you're a baseball player, you know those don't go very well.
Exactly.
It's a little one-hopper to Jones on the sidelines.
But it's okay. If he catches that ball, he's inbounds. The clock will be ticking. You have to work the clock right now. Very time management is the key to the Vipers' comeback right now.
Yeah, and that big play, in less than a minute, they've almost gained 50 yards. So that's a huge point, Stosh.
Looking over the middle, and nobody's there.
Yeah, too high for Kevin Robledo. I don't think Kevin Robledo is exactly Zachary Ross Goodwill out there in the middle of the field. Not going to be able to sky for that pass. So too high, so it's going to be 3rd down now. 3rd and 10.
With 1 second under 6 minutes left to play. Dropping back now under pressure. Floats this one up. And nobody's there once again.
Yeah, not on the same page with Mike Ortega on that play. Ortega looked like he was open more towards the middle of the end zone rather than the corner, but Smith threw it up there, floated up there, as you'll see on this replay. Smith drops back. He gets a little pressure, steps up, kind of floats it up there, but you see Ortega has to turn his body, wasn't in the area of any receiver, so incomplete pass, 4th down coming for the Vipers.
Yeah, Smith would have waited a half second, saw Ortega's cut, that would have been a touchdown. Smith looking end zone, tipped, and that will be a turnover on downs with 5:48 left to go. A little too late from the Vipers now.
Yeah, locked on to his target there. Easy play for the Pride defense to lock on to his target, and they got the crucial tip that they needed with 5:48 left in the ballgame, as you see there. 28-7 Pride leading the Vipers.
Hey, but they're deep in their own territory right now. If as aggressive as Marin has been throughout this whole game, if they're a pick 6 is in order right now.
Yeah, and the Napa Valley defense really, their corners have done a great job in Damian Fisher and as well as their linebacker Nelson Saldivar. So they have the type of players that can create a turnover and potentially bring it to the house.
They do have all 3 timeouts left. Marin has 1 remaining. I don't think they'll be using that timeout at all.
Not anytime soon.
Staying in that shotgun formation as they have most of the game. New quarterback in now. It is number 15, Casanova Tiger. So there's your boy, Brian.
I know. You mentioned him in a broadcast, and he comes into the ballgame for the first time. And it's offsides, bringing back Marin 5 yards. Nothing really of consequence in this situation. You're probably going to run down the clock anyway. 5 yards just makes it harder for you to pick up another first down.
And they're going to run it. Hall with the carry. He's still going. A lot of white jerseys. They stop him. Maybe a gain of about 1 or 2.
Yeah, Hall swallowed up there, and really not any room to make a cut, to make any big yardage gain. So good disciplined defense from the Vipers, swallowing that play up before it gets started.
So now 2nd and 14 on the 18-yard line.
And I would expect the Vipers to maybe use some of those 3 timeouts to potentially stop the clock. You're down 3 scores. If you want to fight for this win and any sort of miraculous comeback, I think you'd have to use those timeouts now.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when you have them pinned deep in their own territory. Anything can happen, Brian.
Yeah, 2nd and 14. It's not the ideal situation for an offense.
Dropping back to throw, looking for that deep ball. He has the receiver downfield, and it's caught. And that is a huge pickup right there. Great pass from Casanova Tiger to Josue Lopez.
Yeah, that was money from the start. That was an excellent touch by Casanova Tiger, as you'll see on this replay. From the Pride, Casanova Tiger looks to his right, going to Josue Lopez all the way, and he leads him perfectly for the big play reception. So this puts them into Napa Valley territory for yet another drive, and we've been calling that all afternoon, Stosh.
So about 4:30 left on the game clock now. Looking for another deep ball, and it's on the money, and a good defense there.
And I think Marin's just having a little bit of fun out there with 4:27 left in the 4th quarter. You see Casanova Tiger with a shotgun, double pumps, and lets it go out to his receiver, and there's a good pass breakup there.
Jeff Herman.
So Jeff Herman emptying the bench a little bit for Napa Valley. We haven't heard Herman's name up to this point. But nice play by Herman on that pass deflection.
So 2nd and 10 on the 45-yard line. See if Casanova can get another deep ball here. They're going to hand it off to Hall. Hall looking to make it upfield. He goes back. Maybe a gain of about a half a yard.
Yeah, deciding to run some clock on that 2nd down possession after that incomplete pass. So it's a little mix and match of aggression versus running down the clock. So one play, all right, we'll tick down 30, 40 seconds, but the next play we want to still be true to our offense and our offensive philosophy and going for that big home run ball as much as possible.
So now 3rd and 9. Clock under 4 minutes now. Looking for that. Another deep ball. Has him wide open. On the money. Oh! And he takes a big hit. And man, Josue Lopez took a lick there from number 4, Kevin Robledo.
Yeah, you'll see that on this replay right now. Casanova Tiger does a nice job of faking out the defense, looking to his left for a split second before getting it down to Josue Lopez, and boom! The safety lowers his helmet to try and send a little message that we're not really that okay with you throwing us deep when we're down by 21 with 3:35 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and that penalty is probably going to tack an extra 15 yards on that play. Helmet-to-helmet call.
Yeah, that was clear as day. That was just a frustration penalty from the Viper side. Be half the distance to the goal. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 9. 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, no, you can have 10 yards on a 9-yard ball.
Yeah, I know. We're doing new things here, Stosh.
Tiger floats it over the end zone. P.J. Harris for the pay dirt.
And P.J. Harris, really nice to see him after all that he's done this afternoon. You'll see Casanova Tiger roll to the left on this replay, and P.J. Harris wide open in the corner of the end zone to get his first touchdown of the afternoon. He's been huge this whole game.
Man, and the pride. How about Casanova Tiger? Think this little outing and get a little more PT?
Yeah, he's saying, Coach, well, I like his flair too. Like he's not the best. If you watch the tape on him, he's not the best for ball control because he holds it with one hand a lot. But Casanova Tiger definitely has some touch on those deep balls.
So now let's see if they can tack on the extra point, make it 35-7 and 3:24 left to go. Snap good. Kick up, kick good. 35-7, the Pride. And that one went over the net and hit the scoreboard.
Yeah, Hal Brownstone might have to pay a little damage to Memorial Stadium if he's not careful. That hit, what'd you call it, a gate?
Yeah, you break it, you buy it.
Yeah. But yeah, the CDFL, do you do trades? Because Napa Valley should invest in Casanova Tiger for player to be named later and some cash considerations.
Hey, I don't know. I like this Gregory Smith kid. I mean, he has a lot of athleticism. I mean, that one deep ball through to Darren Jones finally connected. See, that's one of those plays you can go and watch film on Monday, sit down and say, hey, look, we got that one in. Let's go work on that a little more. That can play crucial down the line. It's still early in the season. It's the third week of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gregory Smith, I've been very impressed with how his aptitude for the game, he does the little things very, very well. Like, as a quarterback, he puts you in the best position to make a positive play. And I think that's all you can ask for from your starting quarterback. So as much as I was joking about Casanova Tiger joining the Vipers, Gregory Smith really has been one of the best parts of this Viper offense this afternoon.
So now they're getting enough Pride members out on the kick return.
Yeah, they're a little short.
Hey, they're already ready to hit the locker rooms, take that bus ride home back to Marin.
Yeah, they had 7 players on the kickoff. That's a little short.
Hey, the next 3:24, I just want to see some fight from the Vipers. You know, put a little cosmetology up on the board, make it a little nicer.
Yeah.
And we have a penalty on the field. Delay of game, so that's going to back them up.
Talk about firsts on a broadcast. 1st and 10 from the 9, and I've never seen a delay of game from a kickoff in my lifetime.
Well, we're not the NFL where we have commercial breaks for about 3 or 4 minutes in between each touchdown. We got a nice little 30-second commercials here on CoachesAid.com.
Yeah.
And here we go. A little bit of a short kick, but it was and here comes Jones trying to hit the sideline, cuts it back now, stays on his feet, works it all the way down to the 50-yard line. Oh, little extracurricular going down there on the sidelines.
But that was good activity there from Darren Jones to get past the 50-yard line, as you'll see on this kickoff. Jones fields it short. It's around the 27. Makes a nice cut using his blockers to his advantage and diving forward past the 50-yard mark. So he's going to be right at midfield for this drive for the Vipers.
Hey, we have a new quarterback now for the Napa Valley Vipers. It's Jeff Kramer. getting his first look. Probably the oldest guy on the Vipers team.
Yeah, we saw a nice gray locks there, a little solar fox look from Jeff Kramer. So.
Hey, you think Brett Kramer's his son? 81, he's been making plays all day.
That's what I was thinking. When I just looked at the roster, I thought, oh, maybe brothers. But then I see Jeff Kramer in person. Hey, maybe a father-son connection.
You know who he's looking for right now.
Number 81, folks. So he is at the top.
Low snap, rolling out, fires it over, trying to find Kramer to Kramer, and it does not work. Now, wasn't that a law firm or a movie or something like that? Kramer to Kramer?
I think that's a little out of our age range, but for references. But I know that's something. I'm not sure what it is. But we'll see the replay here of Kramer over to his son, just out of the outstretched rush. He's like, die for it.
Maybe son, cousin, uncle, something.
Yeah.
They have the same last name.
Or maybe it's just serendipitous that there's a couple Kramers on there.
There's a pretty substantial age difference there. Oh, hard snap, free play.
See, that's the KG veteran.
Aha,
right there.
they make the catch.
Yeah, that's the KG veteran going the hut. The double snap count. We'll see if they accept the penalty.
Yep, and they are going to bring up 2nd and 5 now as they take the penalty. But, yeah, you obviously seen it, Kramer's trying to throw to Kramer.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get some pictures out there to add to the family photo
Some
album.
memories,
It's kind of cool. The Marin probably kind of backed off a little bit, trying to let him make that catch, seemed like.
He's a good 7-8 yards off his receiver. He ain't going to the sun this time.
Oh, and it's tipped at the line. What happened there?
He's just not used to throwing to not 81, Looked like it was off the offensive lineman.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 5 with 2:47 left on the game clock. Here's a snap. Pass blocked down at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th down, and Kramer hit the dirt hard.
Yeah, Marin is not taking it easy on Kramer. They pretty much timed up his 3-step drop to a slant, so a couple tip passes.
So I actually, Kramer to Kramer
yeah.
Was a movie
back
in the 80s that starred Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep about a divorce. And it was I won Academy Award for Best Picture in the early 80s. And that actually was from our fearless leader, Greg Poff, who's on vacation today.
Oh, okay.
Texting it in. So, hey, Greg, hopefully you're enjoying Cleveland. I know it's about 70 degrees here. I know you're probably freezing out there.
Yeah, a nice sunny day with clear skies.
Handoff up the middle. And he breaks it. That's good for a 1st down.
And can I quote Joakim Noah and say, who vacations in Cleveland? Greg Poff does. All right, we'll see this replay as Kramer does a great handoff there, and he busts it up the middle for the 1st down, so this drive will continue for the Vipers.
Yeah, it's nice to see Kramer get some playing time out there. I mean, he's down on the sidelines. He probably threw over 200 passes on the sideline.
Yeah, we saw him warming up all game, trying to keep that arm loose just in case this moment.
Hands off once again, trying to break a tackle. And that's going to be a face mask call. And it's starting to get a little chippy down on the field now. Some frustration coming out.
Yeah, and I think the way the Marin Pride plays is lending itself to chippiness. They pretty much stay aggressive the entire way. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It reinforces a certain mindset that in crucial games that are closer, you kind of want that aggressiveness to stay intact.
Hey, I want to see Kramer throw a touchdown pass.
I do too. 2-12, they're marching down the field. They're at the red zone.
How about a Kramer to Kramer touchdown pass? That would be something special.
How about a little double move? Just fake him out on the fake slant and go up.
Up, yep. That was a jump by big 68 Juan Lopez. He just like, yep, we're moving back.
Yeah.
So hopefully you've been enjoying our CDFL broadcast here on CoachesAid.com. home of the Amateur Sports Broadcasting Network. Brian Nelson, Stosh, and Moita up here in the booth. It's been a pleasure to bring this game to you so far.
Yeah, really. The score isn't indicative of the real competition that was in the first half. It's been a one-score game for the most part.
Kramer rolling out. Low throw, and it's caught by who else but Kramer.
Yeah, I think he knew it was going to be a low throw. He kind of went to his hip a little early and caught that ball from Kramer.
So now it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 as they got those yards back from the penalty.
So a minute 20 and counting. We'll see if they can't get some window dressing on the score. I hope the line wasn't 27.5.
And a full blitz, and Kramer smacked that down behind the line. He gets the ball off.
Yeah, Fred Jacobs, he's been living in the backfield with Gregory Smith all game. He's not letting up for Kramer.
So 3rd and 10 now on the 20-yard line. Yeah, I think the line on this was probably even.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this was a pick-em game.
You know, it wasn't until those last 2 touchdowns here in the late fourth quarter touchdowns that really kind of put this game away.
Yeah, for the most part, it was 14-7 for most of the game, and Marin's offense has pulled away.
Kramer over the middle, and that's caught, and that's good for a 1st down.
So that was a very nice slant play by Kramer, as you'll see on this replay. The familial connection as he drops back. Different route combination than we've been seeing from this drive. Fooled the Marin defense. Kind of let it in there perfectly for the 1st down.
Yeah, now it's 1st and goal. 56 seconds left on the game clock, and there is some laundry on the field. Uh-oh.
So
and one of the coaches is booted from the game. Unsportsmanlike conduct, and the head referee is not happy whatsoever.
Yeah, we talk about first.
Oh, and another flag. 2 people gone.
Yeah, we're talking about first, folks.
And you never. Who would have thunk that the winning team's coach would get tossed?
Yeah, in a 28-point ball game, you get called for unsportsmanlike conduct. The referee throws his hat harder than Ryan Russell threw that slant pass for the touchdown into the air, and coaches are taking showers early.
You know, that game last week against the Solana Hornets and Marin Pride, it got pretty chippy down the end, too. A couple of players really getting into it, both sent off. Weren't ejected, just sent to the sidelines. The game was pretty much over. This Marin Pride team shows a lot of pride, a lot of feistiness in the sidelines. But you never like to see that. You know, in one of these types of games, you know, kind of very unsportsmanlike there. We don't condone that here on CoachesAid.com, or neither does the CDFL. I'm sure they'll go back to the game tape. Do they allow fines in the CDFL?
I'm not sure. But I think the referee is doing a good job of keeping control of the game, I would say.
Yes, very much so.
With less than a minute left, some refs will just let things go and just be like, all right, this game's done. We'll call if it's like blatant. But to actually referee the game like you would in the beginning towards the end, I think it deserves kudos to the referees on that one.
There's a lot of hand motions going down there.
And he's looking like directly at them, like making eye contact deeply with the Marin sideline.
Man, was that a too legit to quit little hand motion, getting a little dance going on down there, or what, Brian? So now it's going to put him right on the 1-yard line.
Yeah. And hey, we asked for a Kramer touchdown.
Yeah.
And we could not be any closer to that.
Yeah, the coach or player, I don't know who it was, who got sent off. Pretty sure it was one of the sideline coaches, is being escorted by security now. Kramer snap, hands off, and he's dropped behind the backfield. And the Pride read that all the way.
Yeah, I don't think they're letting up anymore with
you got 3 timeouts left. I'd be calling timeouts right now.
I would too. And they will.
Yeah, I think they heard us once.
Yeah.
Called by the Vipers, so They're going to go to the sideline. When they go to the sideline, we go to commercial break. So we'll be back with the finale of this game after these quick messages.
It was an intense game, but that's what makes it all the more fun to play.
Keep working hard and encouraging each other and staying positive. And it keeps us motivated to keep going and to keep persevering towards the top, because that's what sports is all about.
Yes, 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 yes! Yes! We did it! Yes, we did! Yeah, see you, bud. Later.
Honey, who was that?
Who, that guy? I don't know.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
So 33.3 seconds left on the game clock, 35-7 in favor of them. And we're in Pride.
Yes.
And Viper's just trying to get a score here. You know, the crowd seems to be into it.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
I want Kramer to score a touchdown to his son or his namesake.
His heir, maybe.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on 81, because that's who quarterback is probably going to. Looking, floats it to the end zone. Oh, and it's blocked down by who else? Brian Nelson.
Oh, why am I ruining things? Why is my namesake ruining things?
So now it's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That was actually what I was thinking. If I was the Napa Valley coach, I would anticipate that they would know that they're trying to get Jeff Creamer to throw to Brett Creamer.
I don't think they know.
I would go to the other side.
I don't think they know the other team's names.
Oh, okay.
Unless they check the roster. They have a roster down there. You never know.
They're not as prepared as us?
Never. Free play. End zone. Kramer to Kramer, touchdown.
Well, he left a little early,
Oh,
and
it's
the ref's going to throw the hanky. I'm not sure why he didn't blow that play dead if he went offsides, but you'll see as Kramer. You'll see, on the top of your screen there on that replay, Brett Kramer left the line a little bit early, and that was a nice play call. I think that's the way to go, because he's been throwing slants to his son / should I be calling him his son? He's his son at this point.
His family.
Folks. Yeah.
Fam.
His fam.
Kramer looking, floats it, end zone, tie. Oh! And disrupted. The Pride are just not letting up.
They have pride, Stosh, and they don't want their victory to be tainted with.
Wow, Brian, did you come up with that one all by yourself?
Yeah, I know. it only took me the entire game to figure out that one. I just need the setup, Stosh. You know, you gotta cruise one right in there for me to hit one out of the park.
So that was Joe Felder with the stop there.
So it's 4th down.
What the Pride going to go to 1 and 2. They really don't want to allow that touchdown, because maybe they come down to make playoffs, and it comes down to that point differential.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point by you, Stosh. With them coming into the game, they're only down by 24 points.
Throws this one in the end zone. It's caught, and he is short of the touchdown. So it's going to be turned over on downs with 9.8 seconds left on the game clock. So you can stick a fork in her because she's done.
Yeah, but back to what you were talking about, the point differential. Coming into the game, the Marin Pride were outscored by 24 points. And with this 28-point lead, they are going to win the game.
Oh, they're just going to run it out now.
Yep, and they're going to have a 4-point point differential advantage after this win from Marin.
So, it was a close game going into halftime, 14-7. Costly turnover after Napa gets the ball back. Pride turns that into 7, 21-7. Vipers had a couple of other chances. Turnovers, penalties killed them once again. Then the Pride just really ran away with it afterwards.
Yeah, their aggression was just a little bit too much from Napa, for Napa to handle on offense. Never really a good flow to their offense. Their rhythm was disrupted by the pass rush of the Marin Pride defense, and Marin's offense was explosive. They were handled nicely towards the end of the first half by the Napa Valley defense and not having the score be 28-7 at halftime. But we knew it was kind of a matter of time before Marin starts putting points on the board at the rate they were going. They were going into Viper territory all game afternoon, and really it was a very impressive win by the Marin Pride.
Yeah, 35-7 final score. So we're going to go to another commercial break. We'll be back with our leader of the game after this.
Five oceans. Seven continents. Whatever it takes. Wherever it takes us. America's Navy. A global force for good.
This new Egg White Delight McMuffin is really good.
And it's 260 calories.
Maybe there are other ways we can better ourselves.
5, 6, 7. Don't give up. Push, push.
Hey, guys. You coming to Ab Annihilation?
Yeah.
Yay.
McDonald's new Egg White Delight McMuffin. 100% egg whites and melted white cheddar on a muffin made with 8 grams of whole grain. The simple joy of a new morning.
Intense game, but that's what makes it all the more fun to play.
Just keep working hard and encouraging each other and staying positive. And it keeps us like motivated to keep going and to keep persevering towards the top, because that's what sports is all about.
Stosh Moita here with CoachesAid.com, here with our leader of the game, Ryan Russell. Ryan, congratulations on the victory today.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Great bounce-back performance from the last week at Solano, coming in today, winning 35-7. How was your preparation this week different from last?
Well, it was completely different. You know, we had a lot of motivation coming into this game with our coach being out. You know, prayers go out to him. But we completely transformed our offense to be what was conducive to our players. You know, we looked at our personnel and really analyzed what we could do well based on who we had. So we completely, you know, reworked our offense, and we just executed today.
Yeah, you know, you threw for 2 TDs, rushed for 1. It really seemed you really got in a rhythm just from the get-go.
Yeah. I mean, that's my style of play. I'm not a drop-back quarterback. I like to, you know, have a run-pass option every time. So, you know, the fact that the coach took that into consideration when formulating our whole offense, you know, that's why it worked.
Yeah, you know, I saw you break through, you know, that read option coming up the middle, making those big plays 7-10 yards at a time really helped your offense.
Yeah.
And on the other side of the ball, how big was your defense today?
Oh, they're huge. I mean, you know, they call them the dark side, and they're just intimidating. I'm so happy that they're on our side. And, you know, another thing that the reason why we did so well is because of our offensive line. You know, it really comes down to the battle in the trenches. Whoever wins that is able to make plays, and they, you know, they're the MVP in my eyes today.
There you go. Go out and buy a mistake dinner after this, right?
Yeah,
First victory of the year.
Yes.
What momentum can you take from this game moving on to next week?
You know, we can look back on the film. Certainly, we knew, you know, before we even had our first game that we had a lot of talent. And, you know, we just had to find the, you know, the rhythm and figure out what would click. And now we all believe in each other. We have a lot of the off-field issues out of our hands now, and we have the motivation for our coach. You know, he spent so much time creating this league, you know, creating this team, and, you know, we're doing it for him right now.
All right, you know, congratulations on the victory once again. Stosh Moita, our leader of the game, Ryan Russell, and for all of us here at CoachesAid.com, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.